because I know in NA when you get
We're
into
alive.
the higher level teams, a lot of the best players are only like level 100.
Yeah.
So seeing this many one.
I think a lot of these players are release, are Fredders. Most of, I think I'd say Nacho's an alpha player definitely.
Looks like we have a full stack on the cart. Fire pots being thrown out early. A little too early, to be honest with you.
We're also seeing all heavy armor from the blue team here, apart from one spear player. They do get the first pick, quickly returned by cavalry though. Meanwhile, they're just chugging along at this cart though. Blue team is kind of starting to snowball a little bit here.
So the horse player missed Shannon. Missed 2 attacks, I believe, 2 pass buys. So it's a bit of a waste there. So not really. I think until I don't think horse is that beneficial until kind of like the cart gets out in the open a little more.
That's
just my opinion. I think it's just easier to get picks when it's just out in the open.
Yeah, to fully utilize that horse as well, you need to wait until your team is already engaged, just like right now, and then the horse comes and picks someone during the chaos, you know. But AE kind of staggers a little bit, just a one-man stagger on this fight, and it has catastrophic consequences. VG is just rolling through them at the beginning of this.
Yeah. Katuke, I thought you said this was going to be a close match, man. What's going on here? Where's your boys at? Where's AE?
We're just warming up. VG staying way too solid on the cart there. They've got a lot of spares.
We'll see. They're split right now. Blue team Vanguard can push them and engage them now, but they missed opportunity though. Allowed red team to just go in and attack them.
Yeah.
VG is kind of losing this. Louis is kind of set free with that war axe, coming up a big flank.
Yeah, huge
man,
flank from
wipe.
Louis there. Great wipe from
What a
AE.
wipe.
Here's the thing though. I mean, you're 2 minutes in and this cart's already halfway, or just about, and that's actually huge progress.
Yes, it is, for sure. And now they're going to force you to fight right out of your spawn, so getting a full drop is going to be difficult, but they are kind of succeeding, and for some reason they're leaving two guys back. Oh, this is catastrophic from AE.
Fighting on the spawn, a good idea, but you really do have to commit and get the picks. Otherwise, it's just going to go down like here. They have got the man advantage now, though.
Yeah,
they do get another full wipe.
I gotta say, though, that was kind of fortunate from AE, because if you paid attention, they were 2 men down at the start of that fight, and VG just somehow did not get the picks fast enough. There was time for the 2 stragglers of AE to make it in.
Yep, there was a little bit of mess there where VG was chucking out some team damage, hitting each other, a couple of the players even.
Oh, horse gets trapped. He's parrying everything. Okay.
Got two team kills from AE in this little engagement here, but they're still winning the fight. There we go. Now we're seeing more even there.
I predict that Vanguard will get the cart to the river at the 7-minute mark. Maybe 6.
The last 2 engagements have been fairly one-sided for AE. The first 2 went the way of VG, but now AE is starting to hold a bit of a defense, but they're kind of spread a little thin here. I would not be spreading out this much if I were them.
Andrew made a good point. AE has 3 spears right now.
I think they just matched them.
Oh,
at the start, didn't see that. VG had 2 spears, just keeping the people back. I think AE just went one up.
Did AE not originally have 3 spears? They just kind of...
I believe so, yeah.
Counter. Oh, okay.
Got a 3v3 on the cart to stop progress. This is a very impactful fight here.
There's still progress being made. A lot of trickling going on here.
Takes out his teammate with his fist.
Oh my god, dude, what a disaster.
He was disarmed and turned around to get it. Big mistake from AE there.
No way, man.
They're going to get a lot of progress now because of that.
Yeah,
they're going to trickle in.
And if they get another pick, oh no, dude, don't get another pick. No,
you need
and now they have successfully ruined the next push for AE as well. These guys,
if they get picked again, they're dead.
Yeah, these guys need to either type end or they just need to run away. But now their team is kind of.
They're together now. They manage to stay alive. But Dandelion gets a rapier pick on Apathy.
Apathy?
They gotta win this 2v1.
Apathy? I don't know. Whatever, man. All right. Listen, man. My English isn't like the best type of, you know. Shut up.
Ooh.
I love it.
Got a 1v2 with Knightley over here.
It's interesting to hear different pronunciations of names.
What was apathy? I thought it was like French.
5
All right.
minutes has passed, and they're pretty close to the cart. By the way, apathy is an English word. It means that you don't care.
Shut up, Muff. Get out of here.
I've noticed that there's a lot of stab dragging going on with basically every weapon. It seems like a very, very prominent method of offense here.
Yeah,
but
if you watch Shaman right now, when he's alive, you will see nothing but stab drag combos. He's just been the resident spear player for OCE pretty much since the game came out.
Oh, for a second there, I thought you were talking about the guy in Twitch chat. His name is Shaman. Okay, never mind.
That's Krabby Thug's Shaman there.
So many team kills, so many trickles.
There are a lot of trickling and TKs going on.
Far too many.
This honestly does feel like a bar fight, but I kind of mess with it though. It's kind of constant action, but
OCE's,
looks like VG will get this cart.
OCE's chaotic at best.
Vanguard seems to be a little bit more put together with grouping. I'd say where their downfall is they're not capitalizing on these these overextensions, right? So you see, like if anybody watching, right, like look at the teams, like AE goes in, like half of their team goes in first, and then the other half like follows. A lot of trickling. But it looks like they're getting a shit ton of picks though, so they win the fight.
Jets backs into the fire there.
So holding the blue team back to about 7 minutes, from my experience, is roughly kind of average on this map. That's like a not bad place to be, not great, but I will say the player that I'm noticing the most, as you said, is that Shaman. I don't know how to say that, but
Shaman.
he's
yeah, no one does.
Yeah, he's got very good awareness in team fights. He's hitting nice overhead like cucumber drags over top of his teammate's head. He's been locked in a 1v1 with the rapier, which is not a good matchup for the halberd, you would think.
He's taking it easy though. Dandelion might go down here. They do have a Shaman taking down Dandelion, able to roll up to the team. Now AE just holding that cart.
Dude, AE.
Man by man.
Like in this fight or this specific fight, like tons of great parries. Like I saw like double parries off the chain, man. Like, and like I'm talking like from almost like a 180. Like people would just turn around and just parry, like they knew the attack was coming. So great situational awareness. So like these teams must be really experienced, like the both of them.
Yep. I think all of these players are extremely experienced players. All at the top end of the competitive scene in OC.
Nice. Are most of them alpha? Oh, one clean wipe from AE here.
Wow. Down goes Austrian. No, less alpha players than there are release players right now.
Really?
I can't really pick them out, yeah. I want to say Nacho, Jets, maybe Hyquin. Not completely sure. Dev probably.
Oh.
Dev most likely. Oh,
Very
Dandelion
unfortunate for VG. They get one picked right as they're getting ready to make a push. So now they have a decision to make. Do we sit here and waste more time, or do we just rush in a man down? They're opting to wait for their guy, but AE is smartly kind of forcing the fight away from the cart in a weird spot. This is actually really good on the fly play here.
Alright, so I'm being told it's just Nacho, the alpha player. Jets and Hyquin have lots of 1,000 shiv though.
Nice, okay.
Very cool.
Yeah, it looks like AE is finding their composure here, staying grouped and winning fights.
Yeah, they won that fight off the back of very good situational awareness. They saw that VG was a man down and was just waiting over there to the left for their teammate to respawn in. So they kind of cornered them into that little area, kind of far away from the spawn, and just really good on the fly situational awareness. Whenever that happens, your team has to react all the same way at the same time. So it's really good to see that they have the experience to move together like that.
Is Jats really 14?
I don't know. I've
okay,
never spoken to him.
I feel like that's like an ongoing OCE meme. Oh, okay, but they're winning the fight here and they're pushing the cart.
Yep, VG have 3 men around the back just pushing the cart.
But
Gonna sneak
AE
away
just
with
got a
it.
4-man spawn.
With a horse as well. Let's see how this goes. They're doing the old fire water. Oh wow, Fred takes out the horse with ease.
They got a 2v3 in the cart.
Gotta be really happy for that new mechanic, which
they're
makes
winning the 2v3. They're winning it.
Due to the new update, the spear actually will cause the horse to rear up if you stab it in the front, and that's actually what happened there. But AE have kind of stabilized very quickly. The cart has still not made it, and they're at the 5-minute mark, so very good defense from AE thus far.
That's
Good
actually a really
effort.
good change. Oh, now we're getting car prod. It's gonna go in here, 100%.
Yep,
Yeah,
very
they
close
tunnel
now.
visioned on that 2v1 for too long. They should have either left him or won it faster because now they've forfeited this objective, but they still made great time.
Right.
Now, I want to see what the meta is for
Rolls, right?
for this. Yeah, you get this tower right off the bat because it's so close. But
It's so close. Yeah.
in NA, a lot of times teams will just push this cart all the way up and then get the next tower when it's very close again. So we'll see if they try any sneaky barrel shenanigans from afar.
You know, for a second objective, this time is not that bad. It's not great, but it's not that bad either. Because
With this
it's
time,
enough.
AE is favored though for sure. You
For
have
sure,
to-
yeah. But it's enough time to where you can get it in at 3 minutes and still have a bunch of time for the third objective, right? So,
Yeah, the third objective is basically impossible to win as defense, I think.
I mean, like, I don't know, man. Like, I wouldn't say that. I mean, I'm just saying, Muff. Like, we're gamers, okay? We're gamers. We've done
BG
things.
finally wins a push though.
Haikwen doing some snazzy barrel dodges, backstepping.
Oh, okay. So that was a. Was he trying to go for the spawn? Oh no, they reverted the catapult changes, huh? That's right. Yeah. So they
Yes.
reverted the catapult changes. Now it goes a lot farther.
Yep, it had
Is it
a
a
very wet noodle arc before this revert, which I did not like at all. It could not go anywhere. It didn't really feel like a catapult at all. No. Just small rock
Yeah,
flying through the air very slowly.
it looked like it floated through the air.
Yeah.
It was weird.
Something interesting to see. It looks like they're using this catapult as an obstacle to stop barrel runners on the right too. With that positioning there, it's actually kind of clever on the fly thinking.
I don't think that's intentional, man. On like,
You don't-
I'd like
you
to
don't
think
think so?
that it is.
It's positioned. I mean, look how uniquely positioned that is. That will stop a barrel runner from the right. You see?
well, you can jump
Instantly
over
reverse
that.
it.
You can jump through that though.
Looks like VG
Right,
are going
but-
to get this tower now. They've got
Oh,
the
they are
men
gonna
up.
get it, yeah. And there is a barrel down right next to it. All they gotta do is turn around and grab it.
Yep, they got the
problem
horse
is-
No,
standing
it's
over it.
destroyed. No,
Ah.
they're losing the fight though, yeah.
Unluckily, Jets tunnel vision too much. Maybe he's pushing up, taking this 1vx. Just still fighting and getting hits off.
They're still getting picks, yeah.
Wow, Jets is just, yeah. Like I say, keep your eye on him.
I just wanted to point out there, Haikwen had the barrel and he had a teammate dueling the only person there. He actually tried to jump up over the catapult skills and he was not able to. I kind of think this is somewhat intentional because look at how effective that was at blocking him.
It did, yeah, it did actually get right in the way. Knocks out two players. Juice the only one dying from that. They've got a barrel still there though. I think they've got their light player Haikwen for taking the barrels. He has got dodge on. They're all pretty scattered right now. There's a fight
Yeah,
going
a lot
on
of
near the
people-
cart. Not a fight going on near the cart, sorry. Look at Jats here. 3v1. Just surviving.
Well,
Crazy.
they've only got
Unfortunately, he does go down and his teammates have lost a lot of map control at this point in time.
Yeah.
great
Wow, Juice.
great undercut there from Juice, yeah.
Catapult shot did pretty big damage, but does not get a pick. They should push and capitalize on that damage.
Yeah, they're
but-
not pushing though. I mean,
Ooh. Ballista.
they need to be pushing these two here. They're just isolated from the rest of their team, but they're standing back away from it.
Got a 1v1 in the cart right now. I got Nacho facing off against who's this bloke? Be Dandelion and
But
Dandelion.
the main fight here, you have blue team coming out on top, I think.
Yeah, Dev going
Yep,
down
yep.
first.
Yeah, they got a bunch of early hits, and that's
Followed
just
by
gonna
Knightley.
give them like the
Louis.
opportunity to win the fight here.
Yep, let's
Dead
see some
even.
progress on Vanguard.
Yeah, but now look, you have a 2v2 because the team is split.
hmm
Oh, that was bad. That
Blue team could get a barrel here.
maybe.
Like it's
Like, they
been
have a
said
bull-
before, though, it is VG's lack of invasion scrims that might be showing. They're good at their team fights, but their strategy, not so much.
A lot of the top tier teams that played skirmish for a long time, like they won every skirmish match, but it's so team fight oriented. It's like once objectives got played into a mix, you had to do more than just fight. You gotta devise strategies, coordination, just a lot of different shit and different moving parts that you have to like pay attention to in order to come out on top of the match, right? So
All right, 5 minutes
And
left.
an interesting topic about that as well is because of the nature of invasion, individual skill is less important as good situational awareness and just being able to play the objective correctly. So you can take a player who's like an average skill level for a competitive player, but he can be a great player in invasion because he just has a great mind for playing the objective. So it's just kind of two different skill sets. Lots of team kills coming out though. You would like to see them clean that up a little.
Way too many. See, VG have this tower here. Pretty much, but we're not seeing them take enough barrels. Like, even just running past that, pick one up instead of running straight for the team fight.
I mean, it's still possible, but I mean, it's looking likely that AE might come out on top of this. Oh, but the fire pot kamikaze that completely failed.
Now watch, they're gonna push this catapult right back down to where it was, I imagine. Yep,
There we go.
there we
Oh,
go.
yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
So that is intentional. That's actually an interesting strategy. It allows them to use it as a blockade, but not have to go builder class. And AE is kind of dominating this fight again. Well, actually, it's on even footing at the moment.
Picks from both sides, favoring AE.
Agree.
Now it's even.
2v1 on each side.
But the problem is with this objective, right? Like, like, blue team, the team on attack can't afford to have an even fight. Like,
No,
you need
have
to
dominate.
you have to dominate the fight, take it with full players, or at least close to full players. So that way you can hold it, and then allow, like, a barrel runner to move up and get the objective. And that's just not happening.
Yeah,
Yeah,
BG's
no,
not
no,
doing
no.
bad individually. It's just they're not winning these fights convincingly enough to give them time to weigh on the barrels.
What's up, Joda?
Oh, thanks for
Thanks
the
for the
host,
raid,
Joda.
buddy.
Appreciate it.
The man, the myth, the legend.
I once chambered his 360 kick and karate slapped him in his throat, and he hasn't spoken to me since.
Lol.
Called me a chamber bot.
Uh-oh.
They are trying to run a barrel this time.
Fight
Nice
going on
I mean,
all the way over on the right, though. I don't know what that's about.
it started off well, but then you had a lot of people split off. Like, it just seems to be just a lot of chaos. Like, they go in as a group and then they separate, right? And it's just like, what's going on? Looks like AE might take this. So what is actually the favorite team here? Is it Vanguard or AE? I know you said they're pretty even.
I would say AE. Just sheer practice, sheer experience.
Got it. Okay. So they're living up to their reputation here.
Yep, definitely.
I think like unless they get this objective here right now, the way this is going to come down to is it's going to come down to first objective. Like, Vanguard is going to have to hold them on the second on the second half, like, really well in first.
Well, possible, because we have seen at the start some of Vanguard's team fights have been good, so if they just keep doing well like that, they could indeed hold them.
Yeah, but AE right now just pushing up to their spawn, or
131,
Close to the
this
river,
will
yeah.
be the last push.
From what I've
Yeah.
seen too, the main difference to me seems to be how they take these team fights. BG seems to like to split up into little pockets, whereas AE, they kind of just swarm. Like, once one player gets aggroed, the rest of them are just holding W right at you, and this just like, look, they're all within a
TK.
very small area here.
no,
Yeah.
you can't afford TKs, man.
Wow, Jets gets a double stab. Taking out
They
They're
can get a
another.
winning the
barrel
fight,
right now.
though. They
need
can
to
get a
They've
a
got
barrel.
the fight, they need to get a barrel now.
Get a barrel.
Nacho's defending it though.
No,
1v3.
Nacho, don't use 1v3.
3v1.
It doesn't
Alright,
even matter.
cool.
He wasted
Austrian.
so much time. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
That was beautiful.
Oh man.
that looks like it.
He
They
bought
had
his
time
team
during
enough
that
time to
3v1.
spawn.
Yeah.
They're still trying hard though. They're still trying hard. They're going for it.
I'd love to see it right now. Doesn't
And now
look
all
helpful.
AE has to do is not get destroyed instantly, which they're not, and that should be this round.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah, just to reiterate, that was a massive play from Nacho. I mean, you don't have to win that 1v3. He gets a kill in the 1v3, but he buys at about 10 seconds or so, long enough for his teammates to get a spawn in to defend the barrel push. I mean, they were probably already going to win, but that was just a really massive like situational.
Yeah.
VG got 75% of the second objective done.
So cart done and 2 towers?
Two towers and cart equals it's 25% each, so they have 75% total of the objective. Was it what, like 6 minutes? No. It was a little under 5 minutes. I got it in past the river, I believe.
Yeah, I think it was 4:48 or something.
Yeah. Can you add in this? I got a BRB. Just 1 sec.
Yep.
Overall, pretty exciting first half, though. I mean, there really wasn't a lot of downtime. Both teams were kind of eager to get in there and fight each other. And to me, the difference between these two teams right there wasn't really mechanical. I mean, obviously one team had more kills, Shimon and Shimon and what's his? I can't remember his name, but they were fragging out of their mind.
Oh no, my game bugged. I gotta restart the game.
So good, we got time.
Yeah. Hey, you know when you launch the game, right, or come out of the server, and then all of a sudden, like, the character just like zooms all the way in or something? Like, it's weird.
Yeah, I've seen that before.
Some weird bugs in this game, man.
Are you back to
I am almost there. Yeah, hold on.
Okay, sweet.
I mean, you can start it. Like, if you're both in, just start it. It's fine.
I gotta change the names.
Love being a part of the hard drive gang.
All right, I'm in.
Sweet. Let me just change these names on the banner. All right. What are we saying?
It seems to me that VG are they're probably more accustomed to skirmish, where you all spawn together, you all fight together. Whereas in Invasion, it's up to you to coordinate your pushes and your fights. The game doesn't do it for you. And that to me seemed to be the biggest difference, was just how AE would oftentimes just swarm them and just have them outnumbered in a fight because somebody's off dueling or there's little pockets of action going on.
Yeah. I'd really like to see Vanguard come back and defend this first objective. That would be a great.
We do have to restart it because you didn't slow-mo fast enough.
Yeah. I was late to the server.
Okay, you're good. I'll join fast. I have a pretty good processor.
It was Nacho and Shimon who were the dominant players for AE. Couldn't remember his name.
God, I hate this book. Why is this not fixed yet? It's like,
yeah.
Dude, if they blame it on Steam, I'm gonna slap somebody at Tri-Turn. I love Tri-Turning, but I'm gonna slap them.
The interesting part about this map as well is the early engagement dictates a lot of the pace, a lot of like what's going to happen. So if AE kind of hits the ground sprinting, and just wins this first fight or two, we could see a game over very, very quickly.
I mean, you could. I think that it's actually going to be really. My prediction is going to be actually really close. But it will be determined on this first objective. I don't think. Like, they have to do really well here. All right, it looks like we're about ready. Getting ready with the second half here.
Yep.
It also must be said, without putting too much pressure on one player, if Austrian Oak just plays probably to what is his standard, this will be much closer. I mean, last half, he really didn't get a lot done, kind of was unfortunate in some situations. All they need is for all players to be firing on all cylinders and, fight close to each other on the objectives, and this could easily be a close affair.
Is VG ready? What's going on? Alright, perfect. They're ready. Let's roll.
Go for it. Right, round 2 of camp. We're good to go. Let's see if there's a.
I mean, we all would love, because like the more you say, like every week you say round 2 of camp, like it's just like repetitive. Like, we need more maps, guys.
Yeah.
We need more maps, man.
It's a shame that Fatoria is so terrible for competitive.
It's pretty bad.
It's a nice looking map, but it just doesn't work.
Beautiful double parries from Nacho. His 1vx,
Yeah.
but he's just so good at 1vx, it appears.
Well, he stays alive, right? Like, he stays alive for a very long time, and that's what you need to do in a team engagement.
He almost won that 1v2. If his weapon didn't hit the rock there, I think he would have been able to parry again.
Yeah,
AE does
great.
kind of secure the card.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's fine.
Great input here. Stop banning Tiger. We've seen Tiger once in OCE, I believe. And that was
You're
at the
gonna
very
start seeing Taiga played a lot more.
I'd hope so.
Yeah, well, at least on the NA side, I've noticed like multiple teams practicing it, and so it's like people are starting to figure out like where other teams like their best maps are at, right? Like, okay, these guys go camp, so like let's ban camp. We got to win the duel and ban camp. There's some, strategies are being developed on all maps. And...
Oh my god.
Oh wow, that was insane, dude.
Just mowed through the horse, taking out
They
juice.
can't get through, man. They can't get through.
AE's kind of starting off dominant, as I
Yeah,
said.
AE is actually starting off really well with this. They're going around. They're about 40% of the way.
That was
already.
Indeed the most Chad horse move I've ever seen. Just mow through the
That man
whole way.
does not care. He's like, I'm not even going to have any regard for my own life, not even a slightest bit, and just run down a hallway with 5 people, and somehow he gets away.
Yeah. The
Oh,
camera I caught was just Juice, just switching to Juice's point of view and just a horse flying into the camera. It was great.
And it does look like Vanguard now has a full... No, they have 5 on the cart. And AE is not here to respond. Yes, they are.
Big misplay from Apathy there. That was foolish. Ooh. Now his teammates are disadvantaged, and his horse is coming up to get another pick from behind.
One goes down, Knightley down to the horse. Dev going down as well. This is going to be a full wipe for VG. Well done.
Now let's see what
does
they do
manage
here.
to take out Haikwen though. They are managing to spawn back very slowly. He does drop back though.
Gotta say, that was a big misplay from Apathy. He steps up to hold that breach by himself, dies instantly, and leaves his teammates wide open to a slaughter. Then the horse comes by and gets a free pick, as horses do when you're on the flank, and it just kind of all crumbled. And...
Yeah. Oh! Austrian Oak just taken out.
The
blue team horse has just been team killed.
Oh god.
That's not good.
It's been a bit
I mean,
messy
they still
this
have
week,
the horse
yeah.
though.
They still
have the horse. Yeah.
Behind the gap, gentlemen.
That's what matters, man. Like, you got... Screw the rider. You got the horse. I mean, it's a 5-minute respawn, right? So...
And this game is almost over. They've made ridiculous progress, like... They have to delay them for another almost 7 minutes.
Yeah, they do.
Pushing up a bit as well. They're just going to be taking them out. Shamon and Apathy here just rolling around the back, taking out all the Vanguard players. Just quick ganks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically the way this works for the viewers watching, if you're not familiar with like the rule system here, if this cart goes in now, and if they get 75% of the objective done on second round here, or second objective, you're looking at AE just winning on time.
Yep. Hopefully we can see
a lot
some...
of pole arms from AE too.
Definitely, I'd say in OCE, we pretty much long weapon meta. Just if you're going to get a long weapon, you're going to dominate here. I don't know what it is about that, but...
it's true.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why a lot of top tier teams, their frontliners use greatsword, like 3-3-3 greatsword. It's that target switch potential, right? The longer the weapon, the better. Like you can switch to an opponent.
Especially when you have a halberd, which is like pretty fast actually for the range it has. So you can get a lot of big hits in very quickly.
Big cleaves with the alt mode as well. Big cleaves.
Yeah. 70 damage headshots to level 3 helmet.
Yep. Knightley putting up a fight here. Wow, done.
I mean, yeah, they did win the fight here. I mean, but here's the thing: they have to push. Like,
yeah.
Like, look at these two guys. They're isolated. Just push them. I think they're pushing. No, they're waiting for them to group.
Which is the correct play, I think.
We're seeing Dandelion on the S stock. It's not really a weapon that people prefer. very
Two
often.
flankers.
Yeah. Like,
Correct play for AE, by the way.
yeah.
And look at that. I mean, I don't like that from AE. They've been winning the team fights convincingly, and this time they decide to split up and they just get slowly slaughtered. I just think that was a bit of a misplay.
I mean, I see what they tried to do. They sent Nacho on the right side flank to the tower to pull 2 away, but what VG ended up doing was engaging their forces really fast, so it didn't allow them to really, like, it's a failed strategy.
Yeah, he was trying to put hard, I think.
Looks like they are...
AE players are watching the sky balls
Yeah.
to make sure that they don't get taken. Good idea, actually. Make sure you can move.
And they are going to win the fight. They are trying to... Nacho is trying to flank it still.
Yeah, I
Nacho
believe.
is getting car progress.
Yeah. Took out
And
Haikun and
should-
just snuck around.
Oh.
BG, most of them turning around, leaving their backs
Oh,
open. No players to answer
Nacho in
that,
a
yeah.
1v7 or something, 1v38,
I didn't-
surviving forever.
I thought they would have, like, peeled the guy away to help with Nacho a lot sooner.
I'm not saying.
But they're trickling. They're making up for such, like, huge lost time
Oh.
here, man.
Wow.
Nacho seems like an insane player. His 1vx is great. His like situational awareness and know when to waste time. I mean, he's just on it. He seems like a really impressive player.
Yep, he is
they're getting car
regarded
progress.
#1 OC player for sure. Like that'll answer that question.
They have to play it. They have to fight on the cart. Now they're gonna grab it here.
Yep.
All right, so they win on time right now, and if they get 75% of the way of the objective, then you're looking at a win here.
First tower down.
This is going to come down to cart progress, I think, unless they get mid tower.
Yeah, if we see early
Well-
mid tower, VG is gonna be done for pretty much. That the far tower on the left, not too hard to get. I believe that.
Yeah, because that cart goes right next to it.
Yeah, you're just gonna be able to pull a barrel out, get right onto it.
And even if AE only gets 1 barrel on the mid tower, they still win. You know, they've already won the game off the time, but even if they only get 1 barrel on mid tower, they win in that regard as well.
Yeah, we do count that in as progression, even though on the top it's if it's 75 and 75, then like if one team gets 1 more barrel in, then we count that as progress.
Wow, great step back from Apathy there off.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think you saw that. You caught that.
yeah, this is beautiful footwork. He kind of cleans up a lot of kills there. That halberd may as well be a mop or something because he's just
Oh,
out here
yeah.
cleaning.
Mopbird? No, I don't know.
Mop bird, yeah.
Mopbird, dude.
Dev may be shot in the face momentarily by the ballista.
So, I mean, you look at Haikun here. He's struggling to find a spot to build. I think you're right, man. Like I don't think they've practiced.
This will
too much.
definitely be a wake up for them. They'll definitely be practicing a lot more now that it matters so much.
Because they're not really losing solely off the back of mechanics. I mean, don't get me wrong. They're mechanically speaking, AE is very, very impressive, but they're not just like getting dominated. It's more of just like AE seems to be able to fight better as a team.
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely through
but,
that.
I mean, they are, as you say that, they are winning
They do
this
get a
fight
wipe, yeah.
convincingly. Yeah, it's a very convincing fight here.
However, the only objective
Ooh.
that really matters at this point is still getting pushed, so
You
it's
need-
like a low impact loss.
Here's the thing. I don't think they realize that, like, this cart cannot be moving right now. Like,
Yeah, they're not even trying to stop it. You know, like they're too
Yeah.
busy worrying about the mid tower, but the mid tower is not really in play until the cart is done.
if this cart goes in, they win. If they get the mid tower down, they win. Like, they can't afford to lose any like progress at all.
Yeah,
Wow.
at this point, you should be trying to match the resistance on the cart. If there's one guy, you send a duelist over there, one of your better players to duel him. Try to hold control. You know, you want to match the cart presence so that you can
Get on the cart! Ooh, I'm being tilted right now.
I'll jump
I'm
in their
getting
comms
tilted.
right now. And
Oh my god! Like, they had the full team fight and they're just allowing the progress.
And
Like,
Knightley has had the easiest half of his life. He's just walking around in armor, just strolling, just enjoying the scenery.
I don't think Vanguard realizes
This will
the
be
rules.
Yeah, this will be a learning curve for them. When they watch the VOD back, they'll have to learn about how the objectives work.
Yeah, I mean, there's a nice fancy document and everything, guys. Like we put it out there.
Team captain's
AE
chat.
is not getting
Have a
any
check.
resistance at all. Like they're
None. They think all they have to do is defend the middle one, but no, you have to defend the cart. They're just letting him take it.
they just,
AE's just
I think
chuckling.
they literally just don't know.
They're just like, what are they doing? They're just like, did they give up? Because I think AE is like starting to realize like Vanguard doesn't know what's going on right now. Like, I'm so bad.
It seems like they just don't know. They haven't given
They
up.
don't know.
Like they just don't. They're not aware of how how it functions.
They do not know. I almost want to say something, but I'm not going to because that'd be against the rule. They'll know the second we hit GG here in about 40 seconds, 30 seconds.
Unlucky. Just a lack of understanding. Just happens.
Look at Nacho too. He's just messing with it. So they're obviously hyper vigilant about this barrel push, and Nacho knows he's just kind of messing around, just walking around picking up barrels every few seconds, and they're just not really able to do anything because they don't know how the cart functions.
That'll
And that's
be it.
GG.
That's GG.
GG.
That's just very unlucky. Like,
He's like, how?
big F. Large F. That is GG though.
He calls him an idiot. Don't BM the guys.
You gotta wonder if AE was thinking about telling him, like, "Hey, come defend the cart, man. We're getting bored." Now they're just murdering.
Alright. Hate to see it. But hopefully this is lesson learned. The rules are the rules. Maybe we should I'll post around the rules again to all the captains for a better understanding. Because we don't want to see that for another team who hasn't played yet.
I think you need to go into their comms right now and explain the rules after we go offline, because I think these guys are about to rage quit life. I mean, you might want to come.
Shit happens, man. Shit happens.
Yeah, I would be tilted if I were them. I've actually been in that similar position.
At the same time, it does kind of allow you a psychological scapegoat. You could kind of say like, "Oh, hey, we didn't understand how the game worked." You know, that's probably not the healthiest way to look at it, but instead of being tilted, maybe they'll look at it that way. But they were kind of getting bested anyways, but it was obvious they just didn't know how the objective worked because they didn't even make any progress or any attempt to try to stop the progress of the cart.
Oh man, feels bad. All right, well, anyway, guys, we had the one match tonight. We had the other team postpone a match, but next weekend should be 2 for OCE. Tomorrow we have 4 matches for North America region, so stay tuned. We got some pretty good matchups there, starting at 5 p.m. Eastern time. And then EU, we have like another 4 matches in a row, so a lot of good matches this weekend, guys. Stay tuned. We'll be back tomorrow for North American matches. But other than that, guys, thanks for stopping by. We'll shoot you over to the duel tournament that's going on in NA right now.
Alright, so is that on Rongrat's channel?
That is, yeah, I'm going to raid you guys over there. But
Alright, easy peasy.
Alright, guys. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you tomorrow evening.
Alright, thank you very much, guys. I'll catch you guys later. Enjoy the stream tournament. Duel
Better
tournament.
go coach your boys.
Yeah, and yeah, thanks
good.
Muff and Nick again.